Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on our channel Immortal News. Today we'll be presenting a list of famous celebrities who have passed away, with announcements of their passing made in the last 24 hours. As always, we have special tributes in our Today's Top Headlines section. Before we proceed, we kindly ask for your support by giving this video a thumbs up. Let's begin. Thank you. Number 9. Art Eckman, the voice of motorsports.
Adrenaline right now is at an all-time high. The crowd is into it. You can barely hear.
Art Eckman, a venerated sports broadcaster renowned for his indelible contributions to motorsports commentary, passed away near his home in Georgia at the age of 81. His death on November 4th marked the end of a golden era for fans of supercross and motocross, where Eckman's distinctive voice narrated the victories, defeats, and thrilling moments of the sport. Born on April 1942 in Salem, Oregon, Art Eckman became a household name in sports journalism. Over his extensive career, he covered a vast array of sports, earning him respect and admiration from industry greats and fans alike. Alongside AMA Motorcycle Hall of Fame rider David Bailey, Ekman crafted a narrative style that shaped a generation's experience of motorsports. His work with legends like Jeremy McGrath and Ricky Carmichael cemented his status as more than a broadcaster. He was a mentor, a voice of the race, and an integral part of the motorsports community. Ekman's presence extended beyond the track, impacting the lives of many through his humanitarian efforts. His dedication to In-Community and other organizations supporting developmental disabilities showcased his compassion and commitment to making a difference off-camera. Survived by his wife, Donna Haynes Ekman, their 2 daughters and grandchildren, Art Eckman's legacy will continue to resonate through the sports he loved and the lives he touched. His voice will forever echo in the hearts of those who loved the thrill of the race. Tribute to Art Eckman. Number 8. Pat E. Johnson, the martial maestro of the Karate Kid. Pat E. Johnson, the revered martial arts expert and choreographer, left a memorable mark on Hollywood through his work on the Karate Kid films, has died at the age of 84 from natural causes at his home in Los Angeles. His niece, Colleen Mary Johnson Somerville, announced his passing on Sunday morning through a heartfelt Facebook post. Johnson, a 9th-degree black belt, was instrumental in shaping the cinematic representation of martial arts. His choreography of the film's fight scenes and his training of actors like Pat Morita and Ralph Macchio brought authenticity and inspiration to the big screen. Born in Niagara Falls, New York in 1939, Johnson's martial arts journey began during his service as a U.S. Army chaplain in Korea in 1963. He rapidly excelled in Tang Soo Do, achieving his black belt in an astonishing 13 months. His talent and discipline carried over into his teaching, leaving a lasting impact on actors, notably William Zabka, who praised Johnson's training for its lifelong influence. Johnson's contributions to the Karate Kid legacy extended to its sequels and The Next Karate Kid with Hilary Swank. His broader work in film included stunts and coordination in notable films like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Mortal Kombat. As a prominent instructor in Chuck Norris's karate schools, he shared his expertise with countless students. In 1993, the North American Sport Karate Association honored Johnson with an induction into their Hall of Fame, a testament to his significant contributions to martial arts. Patty Johnson leaves behind his beloved wife Sue of over 50 years, his sons Brett, Garth, Larry, and Eric, and his siblings Richard and Cindy. His legacy lives on in the timeless films he helped shape and in the movements and minds of the martial artists he inspired. Tribute to Patty Johnson. Number 7. Rob Thomson, a giant heart in the world of wrestling. Rob Thomson, better known to fans as Rob Rage, a staple of the Ontario independent wrestling circuit, passed away tragically on November 4th night following a cardiac arrest after a match at the Hammering Cancer 4 event in Hamilton, Ontario. He was 45. Known for his imposing physique and wrestling prowess, Thompson collapsed backstage and could not be revived, despite the life-saving efforts of his peers and medical professionals. A graduate of York University with dual majors in kinesiology and history, Thompson was more than a wrestler. He was an intellect and athlete who played professional football in Europe before entering the ring. As Muscle Messiah and Tyrannosaurus Pex, Thompson left an unforgettable impression, not only in the ring, but also on the screen, portraying legendary figures like Road Warrior Hawk. He was praised for his academic accomplishments and remembered fondly by his trainer Rob Fuego Echevarria as a dedicated student of the sport. Outside the squared circle, Thompson's presence was equally significant. He worked as a personal trainer and fitness manager, and he never shied away from expressing his robust political opinions with respect and kindness, regardless of differing views. Rob Rage's passing is mourned by family, friends, fans, and his cherished Rottweiler, who tragically passed away following his owner's death. A fierce competitor yet a gentle soul, Thompson's legacy is captured in the remembrances of those who knew him best. A man of unbreakable strength, with a passion and loyalty as grand as his stature in the ring. Tribute to Rob Thomson. Number 6. A Donald Shebib, pioneering voice in Canadian cinema. Donald Shebib, an influential figure in Canadian film known for directing the seminal work Going Down the Road, passed away at 85 in his hometown of Toronto on November 5th, surrounded by family. His death, as reported by his son Noah, came as a shock to the cinematic community, leaving behind a legacy that marked a turning point in the nation's film industry. Born on January 27, 1938, Shabib was a contemporary of Hollywood legend Francis Ford Coppola during his film studies at UCLA. His career was defined by his desire to tell authentic stories, often focusing on characters living on the fringes of society. Going Down the Road, 1970, his breakout feature, won Best Picture at the Canadian Film Awards and is still celebrated as a foundational Canadian road movie. Its portrayal of two maritimers in Toronto captured the socio-economic struggles of the time with a realism that was both stark and poignant. The film's importance was monumental, inspiring a generation of Canadian filmmakers and being named the 6th best Canadian film of all time by the Toronto International Film Festival in 2015. Shabib's work extended beyond cinema into impactful documentaries for CBC and the National Film Board, reflecting his varied interests and empathy for diverse walks of life. In later years, Shabib continued to make his mark on both big and small screens, directing a range of genres from romantic comedies to crime dramas, and even returning to the world of Going Down the Road with the 2011 sequel Down the Road Again. Shabib is survived by his wife, actress Teddy Moore, his children including his son Noah Shebib, a noted music producer, and a loving extended family. His works remain a testament to a career spent chronicling the Canadian experience with authenticity and heart. Tribute to Donald Shebib. Number 5. Mikel Maglieri, Sunset Strip's guiding star and music industry icon. Mikel Maglieri, the revered owner of Sunset Strip's eminent music venues, Rainbow Bar and Amp Grill and Whiskey A Go-Go, passed away at the age of 73 from a heart attack on November 5th. His death was confirmed by Whiskey A Go-Go in a heartfelt social media tribute, underscoring his generosity and profound impact on the world. Stepping into his father Mario Maglieri's legacy, Mikel continued to cultivate the whiskey and the rainbow as cultural staples in Hollywood. Under his stewardship, these venues remained vital to the fabric of Los Angeles' music scene, hosting illustrious names such as The Doors, Led Zeppelin, and Guns N' Roses. Born into the business, Mikael began his journey as a barback and worked his way up, carrying forward the culinary excellence inspired by his mother and the industry acumen of his father Mario, who predeceased him in 2017. Through his efforts, the Rainbow won accolades for its food, particularly its pizza, heralded as the city's best. Mikael's personal touches and the relationships he fostered echoed the ethos of his father, who was affectionately known as the King of the Sunset Strip. Mario's clubs were not just venues but launchpads for numerous artists who rose to international fame. In 2019, a documentary titled The Rainbow celebrated the Maglieri family's 6-decade influence on the Los Angeles rock scene. The loss of Mikael marks the end of an era for the Sunset Strip, but his and his father's legacies will endure in the history of rock and roll and the countless artists whose careers they shaped. His passion for music and commitment to the community set a benchmark that will continue to inspire future generations. Tribute to Mikel Maglieri. Number 4. Amber Halah, a beacon of liberation and champion for equality. Amber Halah, a revered figure in the LGBTQ+, feminist, and economic justice movements, passed away on October 20th in Brooklyn, New York. Due to complications of diabetes, she was 77, a formidable activist, organizer, and the author of My Dangerous Desires, A Queer Girl Dreaming Her Way Home. Halah was a self-educated and leading public intellectual whose work spanned across various critical social issues. Born on June 20th, 1946, in Bakersfield, California, Halah's life was a tapestry woven with activism as she lived and championed causes in diverse locations like San Francisco, Las Vegas, Mississippi, Chicago, Canada, and eventually New York. Her legacy is a testament to her relentless fight for the marginalized and her pursuit of social justice. She is survived by her life partner, award-winning novelist Jennifer Levin, and stepsons Mac Levin and Vandalorier, who alongside countless activists and members of the community she uplifted, mourn her loss. Halah's influential work, especially in advocating for LGBTQ+ elders through publications like Outing Age, has been pivotal in bringing to light the often neglected issues surrounding aging within the queer community. Her fearless advocacy and visionary approach have left an indelible mark, making her a role model for activists around the world. As a beacon of hope and a paragon of passionate activism, Halah's impact extends far beyond her physical presence. Her dedication to inclusivity and equality has inspired generations and will continue to guide future movements towards greater liberation and justice. Tribute to Amber Halah. Number 3. Howard Coggins, a beacon of laughter and creativity in theater. Howard Coggins, the beloved Bristol actor and co-founder of the theater company Living Spit, passed away at the age of 52 following a short illness. His death marks a significant loss to the theater community, where he was cherished for his comedic brilliance and dynamic stage presence. Coggins, known for his humorous portrayals and as one half of the dynamic duo with Stu McLaughlin, brought laughter and joy to audiences far and wide. Since Living Spit's inception in 2012, Coggins' talent shone brightly, most notably in their debut performance, The 6 Wives of Henry VIII, where his resemblance to the Tudor monarch became a running joke with his partner playing all 6 wives. His versatility extended beyond the historical king. Coggins also captivated audiences as Winston Churchill, Victor Frankenstein, and Albert Einstein. Beyond the stage, he graced the screen in television series such as Jam and Jerusalem, The Bill, Black Books, and Law and Order, showcasing his wide-ranging acting skills. A true community man, Coggins' absence will be profoundly felt in Clevedon, North Somerset, where he was a familiar and friendly face, always ready to engage in conversation with locals. His generous spirit and willingness to connect with others made him a local treasure. As a tribute to his impact, Stu McLaughlin affirmed that Living Spit would persevere in Coggins's honor, ensuring that the laughter and inspiration he provided will endure. Howard Coggins's legacy is not just in the characters he played, but in the hearts he touched and the community he enlivened with his passion. Tribute to Howard Coggins. Number 2. Gary Winnick. Visionary financier and controversial business magnate Gary Winnick, the American billionaire businessman known for his vast influence in the investment banking sector and the telecommunications industry, passed away at his Bel Air home on November 4th at the age of 76. Winnick's story is a quintessential tale of American enterprise, beginning with a modest snow removal operation at 12 years old and culminating in the foundation of Global Crossing, a telecommunications giant. His early life on Long Island laid the groundwork for his ambitious career. As the son of Arnold, a restaurant supply businessman, Winnick learned the ropes of entrepreneurship in his youth. After graduating from Roslyn High School and then CW Post College, Winnick cut his teeth in the high-stakes world of high-yield bonds at Drexel Burnham Lambert under the tutelage of Michael Milken. His role there was pivotal, providing crucial capital to burgeoning industries. His success continued as he founded Winnick & Amp Company in 1985, a move that would propel him to greater heights in private equity. His vision for a globally connected world led to the creation of Global Crossing in 1998, which laid down fiber optic cables across continents, revolutionizing global communication. Despite his successes, Winnick's career was marred by controversy. The bankruptcy of Global Crossing and subsequent allegations of insider trading cast a long shadow over his legacy. Nonetheless, he was never formally charged and settled related lawsuits privately. Winnick's personal life was characterized by philanthropy and a passion for cultural preservation, evident in his restoration of the historic Casa Encantada. He leaves behind his wife, Karen B. Winnick, 3 children, and 8 grandchildren, who will continue to honor his complex legacy. Tribute to Gary Winnick. Today's top headlines. News 1. A Polish yacht. Grazie Mama fell victim to a determined pod of orcas off the coast of Morocco. During a harrowing Halloween ordeal lasting nearly an hour, the vessel faced the wrath of these formidable marine mammals. This marks the 4th such attack in 2 years, painting a troubling pattern in the waters of southwestern Europe. The orcas targeted the yacht's rudder with strategic force, causing irreparable damage that led to its sinking despite the Moroccan Navy's rescue efforts. The passengers were rescued before the yacht succumbed to the depths of the Strait of Gibraltar. These sophisticated behaviors, including targeted attacks on boats, demonstrate the orcas' complex intelligence and possible learning from one another. Scientists are closely observing these encounters, recognizing the orcas' ability to share knowledge and tactics. While all aboard were safely evacuated, the maritime community remains on high alert as these oceanic giants redefine the boundaries of wildlife interaction. News 2. Tragedy has struck the heart of happiness, as a Florida couple's fairy tale beginning ended in heartbreak. Nate Kuhlman, who had just exchanged vows with Mariana on October 28th, tragically lost his life in a water skiing accident while honeymooning in the idyllic setting of St. Lucia. The unexpected incident has left the Kuhlman family reeling from shock and grief. On social media, Heather Kuhlman, Nate's mother, expressed her profound loss, stating, "By God's grace, we are okay. It's so hard and painful, but we are walking each day one moment at a time." The outpouring of support has been overwhelming, with 2 GoFundMe campaigns rapidly gathering funds to cover the family's travel and funeral costs. Described as a beacon of fun, kindness, and adventure, Nate's untimely passing is a poignant reminder of life's fragility. As the family prepares to bring Nate back to the United States, they ask for prayers and support during this harrowing time, ensuring that Nate's spirited legacy and the love he shared with Mariana remain unforgettable. News 3. Joe Tracini, known for his role in Hollyoaks, has spoken openly about his mental health journey. Since his 2019 diagnosis with borderline personality disorder, Tracini has faced significant challenges, exacerbated by the global pandemic. The actor, presenter, and now author revealed that his performing arts background has been a sanctuary amidst his struggles, although the post-lockdown world has proved tough to navigate. Tracini's courageous conversation about his experiences is shedding light on mental health, emphasizing the importance of seeking help and self-compassion. His transparency is not just raising awareness, but also offering hope to others facing similar battles. With the release of his introspective book, 10 Things I Hate About Me, Tracini is reaching out to a wider audience, sharing his story of resilience and ongoing recovery. Number 1. Sherwin Azro, architect of Chicago's Skyline. Sherwin Azro, the structural engineer left a memorable mark on Chicago's architectural heritage, passed away at the age of 101 on October 3rd at his self-designed Highland Park home. As a testament to his longevity and dedication, his home had stood for 67 years, paralleling a career that shaped some of the most iconic buildings in the city. Co-founder of the Chicago Committee on High-Rise Buildings, Azro was instrumental in the creation of towering structures like Chase Tower, McCormick Place, and the Willis Tower. His contributions to the city's landscape were as foundational as the buildings themselves, symbolizing a bridge between Chicago's storied past and its lofty future. A Chicago native, Azro's early promise as an engineer began with his graduation from Crane Technical High School and the Illinois Institute of Technology. His skills were honed through his service as a first-class electronic technician mate in the Navy during World War II. Azro's vision as a structural engineer for C.F. Murphy Associates from 1947 until 1976 contributed to the construction of Mercy Hospital, Water Tower Place, and O'Hare International Airport's Terminal 1. In 1976, the establishment of S.P. Azro Associates marked the continuation of his impressive contributions, including overseeing the Willis Tower antennas and the American Girl Place at Water Tower Place. Even as he reached his century, Azro's passion never waned. He actively participated in the Chicago Committee on High-Rise Buildings, sharing his expertise. His legacy, now immortalized in his book published earlier this year, will continue to influence the field of structural engineering. Tribute to Sherwin Azro.